it's Eva, and I know I look like quite the mess right now. I'm so sorry for that. I literally rolled out of bed, did some errands, came back, and this is my current state over here. So last year I did a get ready with me video with like some chit chat about Thanksgiving. It was literally like over a year ago at this point, I'm pretty sure. And you guys seem to really like it. I just never got around to making another one because for me it's like I'm not really good at filming makeup and stuff, and that's why I don't really do too many makeup videos. But I feel like get ready with me videos are easier in a way type of thing when it's makeup, because it's like it doesn't have to be super formal, and you know, it doesn't have to be like super cinematic or anything. And I was thinking too, like I might make this an actual series if you guys really want it, except I'll probably be talking about certain topics and everything. Sorry, I'm just pulling out my makeup and whatever. But for now, if you guys do have any topics or anything you want like advice on, then just let me know, and I'll probably do get ready with me and talk about it, because I do get, you know, pretty glammed up often because I film a lot. Okay, so for primers, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I've been using this for a while. It's nice, silky, and doesn't like roll off, if you guys know what I mean. But I guess for this video I might just give you guys like kind of a life update, because I feel like I haven't been given much of a life update, and I feel like it's been a little stressful here and there, just because it's like I do want to create content for you guys, but like certain content, it's like it's easier in Texas than certain content it's easier in Toronto. I hate a mirror. It's the one thing I didn't bring with me downstairs. Yeah, that seems to be the only mirror here without going upstairs, so I guess I'll be using it. I also like to talk a lot, so I'm gonna try hard not to go on a tangent or talk about too many things at once, kind of all over the place, but I'll try my best. For my eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It's pretty empty, as you can tell, so you know I really like this stuff. So for me, for my content wise, why it's so tough in both places is it's easier for me to film food videos over in Texas because I can grocery shop for 2 people. Meanwhile at home it's like I don't want to grocery shop for just myself because it's really tough. You can't eat all that food, you know? And I also feel kind of bad just making my own meals all the time, and it's like my parents make food, I don't want them to think that I hate it or anything. But like, it's definitely a lot easier to make food videos over in Texas, and I really like having help from someone to make food videos, and Daniel's a huge help for me. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle thingy mabobber. I took off the sponge because I just didn't like the idea of always using the sponge. It seems kind of gross. I feel like fashion videos are also definitely a lot easier in Texas because Daniel's there. I think a lot of things are a lot easier because Daniel's there to help me through and like film everything, because when you're filming by yourself, it's really tough to get the angles, and sometimes things look a lot better in the viewfinder than they do when you put them on the computer and you have to refilm. You have to like adjust the lighting. You have nobody really to sit in there, or at least I don't really have anything that I can just easily put in there and everything, and some things end up out of focus. It's just pretty awful. However, the things that are definitely a lot easier to film in Toronto is like makeup videos and DIY type ones. So when I'm at my parents' house, I have access to their car, and most of my DIY things are already here anyways, like all the supplies. Plus we are renting an apartment because Daniel's in school right now, and it's like I don't want to buy so many things and have to, you know, move it to another place soon, you know? And it's like if possible, like I would prefer to not have too many things or keep too many things. It's like you do run out of space. It is a pretty small apartment, and I feel like he feels the same. Like he doesn't want to bring too many things over there because he knows he has to bring them back to his parents' house or like our next future place where we want to stay more permanently. For powder, I'm using the M.A.C Studio Fix. I've used this for years. My friend Bronwyn or VV Beauty actually told me to get this, and I've been using it since. The coverage for this powder is phenomenal. Like you don't even need liquid foundation, and I don't know, I don't really like liquid foundation after high school and all that acne and bleh, bleh. If I can avoid it, I will. Eventually though, I do want to be able to get enough DIY supplies like in a small box or something over there, so that way I can easily film some DIY stuff. Over here though at home, I have so much stuff. Like I've bought a lot of stuff over the years, especially since I was little. I always loved this type of like DIY and art things. So I've definitely accumulated a lot of stuff here. Oh, and also I feel like our dollar stores here are much better. The prices are probably a lot more here for the dollar store, even though it's a dollar store. Like, you know what I'm talking about, how dollar stores nowadays, it's not just $1 things. Sometimes there's like $5 things. I mean, it's probably more expensive here by like a little bit, but our dollar stores is definitely a lot better. I feel like there's definitely more variety, or at least when I've been in Texas, I haven't really seen any. I've only been in one dollar store. Like, Daniel doesn't want to bring me to any because he says that they all suck. So it does kind of get pricey to not be able to buy things for $1, and you have to buy like the big pack from Walmart for like $5 or $10. It's awful. For bronzer, I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I freaking love this stuff. As for what I'm doing with my life right now, as you guys probably know, I'm living at home with my parents whenever I come back to Canada. Originally, well, my life plan originally was to, when I graduate, I was going to move out and live in like Toronto or something in like a small apartment. And that was basically what my plan was. But then somewhere along that line, I met Daniel, and obviously like I love him and everything, so I want to, you know, live with him and everything. So we did apply for a visa about a year ago, and we haven't really heard much from them back. So hopefully it all works out well and I can kind of live in Texas more rather than just flying back and forth, because flying back and forth is a hassle. Even though I am saying that I'm going to Texas, I do love Toronto. I do still want to live there. Eventually though, I do want to get a home here and there, or somewhere that I know that I can call home in Toronto, and just whenever I come to visit Canada, I could always stay there. That would be my ideal situation. But for now, I think I'm just gonna try and get to Texas, at least while he's still in school, because I do want to stay with him and everything. For a highlighter, I'm using the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle. Also, in terms of which place I like living in better for Texas versus Toronto, as I've said before, you guys know that I love Toronto. Besides living with Daniel and everything, one of the main reasons why I do want to stay there for now is because, well, first off, he's there, so everything's going to be a lot easier to film, and right now I'm only doing YouTube because I don't feel right going and finding a full-time job or part-time job and then having to take like months or weeks off work so often just to go back there and visit him. Like, it doesn't feel right to me. Plus, I have never had like a official full-time job before. Like, I've had the full-time positions obviously in high school / university during the summers and whatnot, but in terms of like the professional adult life type of full-time jobs, I haven't had them before. But I'm just thinking about like trying to figure out the whole vacation days and everything, and like traveling back and forth seems like a really big hassle. So that's why I'm just doing YouTube full-time right now, and it's definitely been a struggle because it's just me and my friends are all at work and everything, and now that it's winter, things get dark so quickly. Like, looking for natural lighting is not going to happen. So it's been tough, and just being there in general, at least I'm gonna have someone there, and there's gonna be a lot more sunlight because if only I could show you guys how dark it is right now, and it's literally only 2. And by the way, in terms of filming these sit-down things, the only time there's like, the only time it's going to be empty here is basically from 2 to 4 or 5, so I only really have like 2 or 3 hours to film every day. So that's the other tough thing about being at home. For eyebrows, I'm using the Benefit Ka-Brow. I actually use a lot of Benefit products I never really noticed until recently, but I definitely do love a lot of their products. Also, on a side note, does anybody else avoid putting moisturizer close to their eyebrows or anything whenever they moisturize their face before putting on makeup? Because I feel like eyebrow products don't really stick as well if you put moisturizer on it. So this little chunk of skin here and here is probably super dry. Well, I mean, it doesn't feel dry, it doesn't seem dry, but to my body, it probably seems very dry. By the way, what I'm getting ready for right now is pretty much to just film another video. And then it's probably gonna come off because I have a flight in the morning to go to Texas. But I pretty much just pre-film videos here and there, as you guys have noticed, because just in case I do get behind in content at least. Usually I'll have something to post up, just something to put up so you guys aren't left hanging or anything, but usually I'll update you guys on my Facebook page. If you guys don't follow me on my Facebook page, you I would definitely recommend it because I tend to update that a lot more often. Do people talk when they put on eyeliners, like liquid liners? I feel like that's freaking impossible for GRWM videos, the chit chat ones. Oh, also, if you guys know what I should be calling these videos, let me know, because I do definitely want to make this a series, so if I do plan to, I would like to have like a name for it type of thing. So let me know down below. Also, in terms of topics, because I did ask you guys for like suggestions and whatnot, I did brainstorm it a little bit, and some things that I was thinking about was like maybe long distance relationship type of talks, or like advice on relationships, or just things about the adult life and stuff, and not being like I don't know, like a teenager or something. It's generally like learning how to adult and stuff, or like my opinions on things. In terms of opinions on things, I will not say anything that's super controversial, because I know the internet is super sensitive, and I'm gonna say something like, I think purple is a better color than green, and everyone's gonna go crazy and be like, whoa, that's so offensive. You just offended like 20 billion people of like 20 billion different click group things. Well, it's obviously an exaggeration, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I'll just say something stupid like that and everyone's gonna hate it type of thing, and think that it's super offensive when it's like, I just like purple more than green. Like, what? But yeah, that's basically what I feel like the internet has become nowadays, and it's kind of like, when I read stuff, I'm just like, this is kind of meh. I mean, like, for the people that do get offended by certain things that I feel like are a little ridiculous, like, I do definitely see, like, in their eyes why they find that offensive, I guess. Like, I understand it and try to understand it, but for me, it's like I would never care that much, I guess, or like I wouldn't blow it that much out of proportion, or have that strong of a reaction. Like, I would understand it, obvious, but it's just that's not me. That can't be me. Okay, so now for the fun stuff, some eyeshadows. Kind of funny for eyeshadows because I really like this brush that my Urban Decay Naked 2 came with, and I've just always been using it for everything, even like things not for this palette. And it's just, this brush is so perfect. I don't know why I like it so much. Maybe it's just because I've been using it so much that I'm used to it. I don't know. But I'm going in with a dark color, and I can't tell what color this is because this palette's old. Okay, that's what it's called. I'm going in with Busted, and I'm just gonna cover like my eyelid with it, I guess. I kind of wish that I could do more makeup videos because I really have been enjoying playing with makeup, and I've mentioned this before on my channel. I never used to be into it because I never thought that I was really good at it. I still don't think I'm like amazing at it, but I enjoy doing it. So I was thinking about adding more. It's just in terms of me filming it, it's tough filming makeup videos by yourself. Especially me, it's like I feel like I tend to move my head a lot and it goes in and out of frame. Like, even as I'm saying this, who knows, I could be out of frame right now. Oh no, I'm doing a pretty good job. Alright, now I'm gonna take like a slightly fluffy brush, and I'm going to using my NYX Lid Lingerie palette. NYX palettes are honestly so amazing. I love a lot of NYX products, and I appreciate the fact that it's affordable. And just recently, well, not too recently, but maybe like a year or two ago, they became more available because they started opening like their own stores, and I didn't have to go all the way to the one Rexall that I knew all the way downtown just to get some NYX products that were pretty much always sold out. If you guys do want to see makeup videos, like, let me know what you guys do want to see, because I want to make content that I like, but also what you guys like, because ultimately the only reason why I can keep doing this is because of you guys. So I do also want to do some more makeup type videos because I have so much makeup that I want to play with, or that I've been playing with. And obviously, like, you guys are familiar with, you know, influencers and whatever, they get sent a lot of stuff, and I definitely do want to showcase it in different ways other than just like unboxings on Instagram. If you guys do follow me on Instagram, I definitely unbox a lot of things on my stories, so if you guys are interested in that stuff, well, yeah, now just hit me up. Alright, next palette. I'm going in with my Urban Decay Naked Heat, and I'm using He Devil. And I'm just going to apply this right on top of everything so that it gives it more of a warm type of feeling. And it kind of blends everything out a little bit too, which is nice. As usual, like, I know my weaknesses and everything, and I'm definitely not a professional at makeup, but I think I do a much better job now than I did like 2 years ago. Like if you guys look at all my old videos, my makeup, it's like, I don't know what I was thinking back then. Actually, I'm probably gonna look back on this video and be like, what in the world do you have in your face, Eva? Alright, I think that looks good to me. Okay, so I think I'm done with the shadows. I'm just gonna put a little more of the same He Devil, but on my lower lash line. It's kind of funny that I do that now because for the longest time, I just thought the way my eyes are shaped and the way they're tilted whenever I did this, it just made my eyes like really droopy. But I think the trick is to just blend out your eyeshadow a certain direction or way and it'll make your eyes look less droopy type of thing. Well, I'm not a professional makeup artist, so don't quote me on that, but from my own personal experience, I feel like if you angle everything upwards, kind of like that, rather than like, you know, how normal people do it, like straight across like that, makes your eyes look a lot less droopy. I also feel like it kind of completes the look now too. I think I want to try like really bright colors one day too, like blue or something. Maybe one day you guys are just gonna see me do an intro for a video and my makeup's gonna be completely blue. And by then you'll know that I was playing with makeup. As for liners, I'm going with my Absolute Duo Stroke eyeliner. I really like it because the tip is kind of stiff type of thing, but not too stiff. I definitely do prefer other tips a lot better, but I mean, this works for what it is and it's very black and easy to use. I'm so sad because I think I'm running out of this eyeliner. Oh boy. Alright, so let's curl some lashes. I'm using a Shimmer. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but I'm just using their curler to curl my lashes. As for mascara, I'm using the Benefit They're Real mascara. I mean, it's like, honestly, mascaras to me are kind of like, as long as they color my lashes, that's all that matters, because I feel like most eyelash curlers don't really do much for me anyways. I definitely do like the brush for this one, but there's no real reason why I'm using the Benefit one, to be honest, because for me it's like my lashes are short, okay, and no matter what I do to them, no matter what mascara I use, it's not really gonna make that much of a difference. If I want lashes, I'm just gonna put on fast lashes. For lashes, I'm using some Kiss lashes. I don't remember which ones these are, but I do love them. Alright, so while that dries for my lips, I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime, and I swear this is more or less the same thing as chapstick, but whatever. I'm just putting it on top of my Burt's Bees. And then for lipstick, what color do I want? That's the real question. This is always the hardest choice because there's so many lipsticks that I own that I absolutely love. I think I'm gonna go for the MAC lipstick though, and this one is in Retro Matte. Oh, that's what it's called. The line is called Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color, but the color is called High Drama. I'm not gonna lie, I've never used MAC before until I got it from Generation Beauty, and the reason, well, for lipsticks anyways, and the reason is because they're pretty expensive. That's why I haven't really tried them before, is because I don't really like spending a lot on, you know, makeup that I've never used before that I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. For the MAC powder, it's like I've tried it before and I really like it, so now I keep repurchasing it. As for lip colors, this is my first time, and honestly I really like it. It's just that I have so many other lip colors that I can't bring myself to buy more, you know, because there's so many other great ones, like the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink line. That one is amazing. I really like it. And I gotta put this on, so I'm gonna shut up because me and lipsticks don't go on very well, so. By the way, for those that are wondering, which is probably nobody, the reason why my lips are always overdrawn is because I actually just suck at putting on lipstick. I don't purposely ever overdraw my lips, and you know, I don't have anything against people that normally do. I think it looks nice. It's just, I don't purposely ever do it because I suck at putting on lipstick, and it just happens to need to be overdrawn anyways because I just suck at it. So there's a fun fact for you guys. Okay, so here's my makeup look, and I'm going to go do my hair and change it to something more flattering. I'll be back. Okay, so here's the finished look. I hope you guys like it. Went for like a more fall/dark type of look. Let me know if you like it. And by the way, does anybody else hate the fact, like, I love dark lipsticks and everything, but it's like when you open your mouth, you see the inside of your lips, and then it's like, it's pink, and then this part is black, and then the contrast. So when you open your mouth, like, your mouth looks nice when it's closed, because then it's like, you know, like just one color. But when you open your mouth to talk or something, it's like, look at my mouth wearing a lipstick. It's not a real lipstick. Like, it looks so weird. So it's like whenever you take pictures, your mouth has to be like, not like, well, I mean, I don't know who would take pictures like that, but I mean, like, your mouth has to be closed or else it just looks funny. Does anybody else feel like that? Or like, what do you guys do to combat that? Like, let me know down below, please. So don't forget, if you guys have any topics you guys want me to talk about, or any advice, if you guys have any problems that you guys want me to address in videos, and Get Ready With Me chit chats, and as well as what type of name would you like me to call this series, if I'm gonna make it into a series, if you guys like it, of course. But other than that, please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you haven't, because I drop a video every single Sunday. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!